Manchester United are planning to make a formal approach to Newcastle for sporting director Dan Ashworth. It is understood the Newcastle chief is top of Sir Jim Ratcliffe's list to front up his new football operation at Old Trafford, although no formal approach has yet been made. Newcastle would be reluctant to let Ashworth leave, but the 52-year-old is privately open to exploring the potential opportunity to join Man Utd. Newcastle are bracing themselves for a formal approach, but agreeing compensation to secure Ashworth's services would be problematic after he only joined Newcastle 2 years ago. Man Utd would ideally want him in place this summer to oversee their transfer overhaul as Ineos take control over the football operation. The interest in Ashworth comes after the Premier League and the Football Association both approved Ratcliffe's proposed bid to buy a minority stake in the club. Man Utd are now expecting clearance from the Football Association as British billionaire Ratcliffe, who is the owner of multinational chemicals company Ineos, closes in on completion of his deal to buy 25% of the club. Ratcliffe agreed a deal in December to buy a stake worth roughly £1.2 billion and has been conducting a series of meetings with club staff and associates in recent days. A potential move for Ashworth follows the appointment of Omar Barada from rivals Manchester City as the club's new chief executive. Sky Sports News understands the appointment was made by Ratcliffe in consultation with Joel and Avram Glazer, but that Ineos were the driving force behind the move. The deal was done quickly so that Barada can be in place as soon as possible after Ratcliffe's deal to buy 25% of Man Utd has been completed. The best in the business. Who is Dan Ashworth? It is very significant because Jim Ratcliffe is not wasting any time at Manchester United. He's already brought in Sir Dave Brailsford, who's conducting a review of the whole club. He's already appointed Omar Barada as a new chief executive who used to have a senior role at Manchester City. But the key role that fans want filled is this sporting director role, because it is no secret in football that Manchester United haven't been performing very well in the transfer market, and Dan Ashworth is somebody who has an absolutely brilliant record at West Brom, Brighton, and also at Newcastle. He also did exceptional work when he was at the Football Association, bringing through a whole new Young England team while working very closely with Gareth Southgate. He's got a reputation as being the best in the business as far as English football is concerned, and I think it would be a big coup if Manchester United were able to get him from Newcastle. Sometimes when it comes to transfers, you can overstate how much one person is responsible for making those signings. So I don't know if Dan Ashworth was responsible for signing Moises Caicedo at Brighton for £4.5 million, Kaoru Mitoma for £2.5 million.